Victory! We paid dearly, but we defeated them nonetheless. You are seen as the savior of the Alliance, and now you must destroy their camps, turn their bloody temples into ruins, and kill any creatures that stand in your way. Be merciless. You have to progress quickly, so that we may contact groups of resistance in Europe. We need these people. This operation has been code-named Spearpoint. This is an excellent opportunity for us. Other squads will support your offensive group, but it is your strike that is the most important. You are the Spearpoint. We need a victory. Dark Road.
Welcome back to Fog. We are going to continue with Spellcross. We are in Act 5 already, and we are going to have some new toys to play with. Let us check what we have available for research. As you can see, we have brought quite some money from the last act with us, so we should be able to buy a few nice things. Enemy hierarchy. I don't really care about these. Archotral engine, whatever. This will be useful, I hope so. It will give us more mobility. Archotral ammunition, I just hope it will be able to give us a new cannon. Well, Nordia is quite good, so it will be hard to be even better. Optical and targeting systems. This will be useful for our high-tech infantry. Internal communication systems. Modern infantry. Yes, indeed. Andurital. A new armor. It's always welcome. And we have Elmec 2, which will be also quite useful. However, first I really want to research the armor and the engine. So let's start with the armor, because this Archotral engine is just a prerequisite, I believe, for the actual engine research. If not, then I was wrong, but I will be able to use the armor regardless. Unfortunately, we only possess one sector with quite low income, so research will be slow. But as the other sectors are timed, we will attack quite swiftly. Let's see the new units, however. Before we do that, I'm going to purchase or employ this commander, as I have new space for them. So, oh, excuse me. We have a new tank, the Leopard 2A5. This is our best tank currently available. It is even better than our currently employed M1 Abrams tanks. Not that much, but it is at least better. It has 19 heavy unit damage and 30 object damage. It also has 1 point more defense, but it is a little more expensive. As our M1 Abrams tanks are currently quite strong already, I will not immediately upgrade them to this Leopard 2A5. It will be priority, of course, but first I really want to upgrade my artillery units, because we have a new artillery. 14 and 12, 15 to 14. These new M109 artillery units have one more range over the previous one, which will be quite useful. And also a little more defense, object damage, and finally some decent heavy unit damage, though not even close to our tanks or the laser strahler vehicle. Still, it will be good to have a little more damage against heavy units and vehicles for a change, but because in the previous act our artillery were only able to scratch those tank units. We have no new transporters just yet. The LMAC 2 has to be researched. However, we have a new radar unit. These Universal 1R units are deployable radar units. If I deploy them, they will reveal quite large area around them. There will be another one in the next act, I believe, Universal 2R. It will be even better, but for now we are stuck with these. I'm going to purchase 2 of these, and we can leapfrog forward once we have these. But they have quite low defense, and the favorite target for the enemy offensive units, so we have to protect them. There is also a new anti-air vehicle, the Roland. This is an excellent vehicle with rockets, much better anti-air damage, as you can see, than the previous ones. However, it has much lower light and heavy unit damage. However, I don't really use anti-air vehicles, though I should, because we will now encounter dragons. But I keep trusting in my tanks and LMAX to handle these situations, so I'm not going to purchase any of these anti-air vehicles, because aside from air units, as you can see, they are quite useless against light and heavy units, and I cannot accept that. Alright, so we still have some money, but without the actual cannon upgrades, because we are going to have a new cannon. At least I hope that this Arcotral ammunition will bring us a new cannon research. So without the cannon, I don't really want to upgrade my units just yet. And also the Andurital armor and the new engine upgrade will be useful. Without them, there is absolutely no use to upgrade my current arsenal, because I would have to simply refit another upgrade in a few turns, and I will not have the money for that, because these new toys, including the Leopard and the new artillery unit, are quite expensive, not to mention these 2 new radar units that I've just purchased. So for now we are going to attack, but I will wait for these new radar units to be available. Another turn. Support units released after the deciding battle, I mean the last act, of course, have finally arrived. Among them are the veteran rangers from the American defense line. Yes, you know what you can do with these rangers. But I will showcase this anti-air unit. We might be lucky and have some air units attacking us. Maybe even a scout or something like that. For now, let us put in this new commander, First Lieutenant Leroy. You will be the commander of the radar detachment. And also flamethrower unit. Alright. We have colonels. I'm wondering if I could perhaps make better use of these, because Universal 1Rs will not need anymore. Yes, we will be able to. Let us give these units a little more juice. Colonel Gastol will be the one who goes there. You will be the commander on this front. These vehicles will not need anyone. You know what? I'm going to put the Leopard 2 here. You can sit in it. Alright, these vehicles will not need the commander bonuses because they don't have weapons. Excellent. So let's make this save right now and attack this territory. We must send a convoy to help the eastern part of the offensive. Because a number of convoys have recently disappeared, it is our task to protect Stark's 11th Supply Regiment. Alright, so let us protect that Supply Regiment. Oh, crap. And we'll take these 2 additional tanks, just in case. They will be assigned to protect my radar units. And sacrifice themselves, of course. Should it become a necessity. It looks like that only the Forces of Darkness's standard units were here. We are about to be attacked by those spider-like creatures. Oh yes, the arachnids. Quite dangerous in large numbers. And this will be a long map, it seems. This is the target zone where we have to bring these 2 convoy trucks. So, deploying infantry.
Waiting for orders.
Paranormal infantry as well.
Waiting for orders.
The universal Rs.
I understand. I understand.
Tanks
I
on
understand.
front.
Receiving. I understand. Sir.
Helmex behind.
I understand. Yes, sir.
I believe this is considered rough terrain.
Receiving. Sir.
So unfortunately, I will not be able
Receiving.
to
I
navigate
understand.
it with such ease. The lasers
Waiting.
can
Receiving.
stay behind. Let's do it. Look over there, the arachnids. Deployment save quickly. Save escort. Save escort of the convoy. Okay, I think they should have written safe, but it doesn't matter. Let's quickly check these arachnids. Look how ugly they are. We have no information about the action points, but we do have information of the attack. They have quite strong attack against heavy units and also quite powerful against light units. However, they don't have that strong defense. I'm not sure what they are considered. I believe they are light units.
I understand.
Ah, yes, but my artillery may open up on them.
Yes, sir. I understand. Yes, sir. Yes,
Let's
sir.
see what you can do,
Yes,
guys.
sir. Next
Does
target
anyone need
receiving.
some
Sir.
extra experience?
Receiving.
Oh yes, you could use
Understand.
some. Mhm.
I understand.
Excellent. Now kill it quickly.
I understand.
Yes! Level up for the leopard. It will be necessary. Oh look. Even this experimental vehicle
I understand.
is quite close to level up. Maybe my artillery can help with that. Very good. And you still have 2 shots.
I understand. I understand.
Let us continue pounding the enemy. We might be able to give this vehicle a level up
I
as well.
understand.
It would be a great start for this mission. Almost. He still have a shot.
I understand.
These arachnids are quite annoying. They look weak, but in large numbers they can even overwhelm our tanks. Excellent. Another level up. So let me demonstrate demonstrate how this universal radar works. You press here and it deploys the radar and reveals a large territory.
Waiting for orders.
I'm still
target, sir.
going to rely on Humvees to do most of the scouting,
Receiving.
but these radar vehicles will give us some static
Understand.
vision
Understand. Yes, sir. Sir.
as well. I'm going to leapfrog them forward,
Waiting.
of course.
Understand.
I will try to keep them covered with some of my tanks and vehicles.
I understand. I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand.
Group up my infantry.
I understand. Receiving. Yes, sir. Receiving. Receiving.
I'm pretty sure that there will be some more arachnids in these woods, but we'll see.
Next
I
target,
will
sir.
pull back my Humvee just in case some of them appears. But we have achieved our first little victory in this battle. It seems there are none. At least not right
Waiting
now.
for orders. Waiting for orders.
These radars are quite useful for scouting forests because the Humvees cannot see through trees, but these units, of course with their radars, are able to do that.
Sir. Sir.
Let us use the LMAX
Receiving.
to block the approach should the enemy try anything sneaky from these forests.
Receiving.
Unfortunately, I believe we are going to encounter
Sir.
anti-tank orcs
Understand.
in this act.
Yes, sir. Receiving.
Those little
Yes, sir.
buggers
I understand.
are able to permanently damage our tanks
Receiving.
with a single shot
Receiving.
of their rockets.
Receiving. I understand. I
So,
understand.
in this act, even our tanks will become vulnerable. And I'm not really happy about it. Let us continue. Yes, the recon has found us. So we can expect incoming enemies. Let us deploy our radar. No enemy in sight.
Waiting
Okay,
for
keep moving
orders.
with the Humvee. Another scout. Because of the type of the mission, the convoy escort, I can already tell you that this map will be a long road with many dangers lying ahead.
Receiving. Sir. I
I'm
understand.
entirely sure that
Waiting.
they will not make it easy for me. Alright, the radar didn't see anything. Let's see if we can perhaps target that recon and
Receiving.
convince him to leave us alone.
I understand. I understand. Next target, sir. Next target, sir. I understand. Receiving. Receiving. Waiting for orders. Movement here.
There's the recon unit.
Receiving. Yes, sir. I understand. Receiving.
We're going to stay here and protect
Receiving. I understand.
the radar
Yes,
vehicle.
sir.
I will move up with the artillery.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Try to
understand.
cover that.
Receiving. I understand.
Infantry should follow in a group move. Alright, let's see. Aha! Another scout. I think we can destroy this one because he made a foolish mistake by staying too close to my tanks.
Next target, sir. I understand.
Start firing. Alright, let's see this entire unit. Oh shit, it has so poor range. It does extremely good damage against air vehicles, but has really poor range. Unfortunately, these radar vehicles are going to slow my forces down because we have to
Yes, sir.
wait for them all the time. But if you like the campy style, these are the units that you need. Kill it! Very good. Almost level up.
Next target, sir. I understand. Receiving.
Let's
I
move the
understand.
tanks
Sir. Receiving. Yes, sir.
to the front
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and follow them up with the
Receiving.
artillery and the
I
convoy as well.
understand. Waiting. I understand. Sir. I understand. I understand.
Another recon. And another one. So they know exactly where my forces are.
Next target, sir. I understand. Receiving. Receiving. Sir. Receiving. I understand. I understand.
Will no longer be able to fool
Yes,
them.
sir. I understand.
I do believe they will be approaching quite swiftly.
I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
Or
Yes, sir.
run away. That is also a possibility.
Receiving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Receiving. Sir. I understand.
Good shot.
Sir. Receiving. I understand. Waiting for orders. Movement here.
I don't care about that. The Humvees will
Receiving.
lead the way for now.
Waiting for orders. Movement
There
here.
you are.
Waiting for orders. Waiting for orders.
Alright. We should be good. For now. The recon units are going to fly around. And I believe there is a group of enemy ground units over here. And perhaps some even here. I do expect a couple of arachnids
Next target, sir. Receiving.
close by. Start firing on the
Receiving.
recon.
Receiving.
Good shot.
Receiving. Sir. Receiving. I understand. I understand.
I'm going to set up my radar to provide the vision, though my Humvees
Receiving.
are already doing that.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand. Yes, sir. Receiving. Yeah. Receiving. I understand. Sir. Sir. I understand. I understand. Receiving.
Execution will be quite slow.
Receiving. Receiving.
I'm afraid
Receiving.
I have to leapfrog. The arachnids. They are coming. Alright, I'm going to set up my second radar unit.
Receiving.
Surprise them. Only two at the time.
Next target, sir. Movement
Right,
here.
but here I have the
Movement
Humvee.
here.
4 of them are already en route. Get out of there.
Yes, sir.
They are smartly
I understand.
staying out of range of my artillery.
Yes, sir.
But I will go closer and start firing on them.
I understand.
With such low health, they will not be able to inflict much damage
Receiving.
against my tanks.
Receiving. I understand. Waiting for orders. I understand.
But I will move them up just in
Next
case.
target, sir. Receiving. Yes, sir.
Good shot.
I understand. Sir. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. I understand.
Oh, I do have another artillery here. Kill it quickly. Good shot.
I understand. I understand. Waiting.
Unfortunately, my artillery blocks the approach of my remaining tanks.
Sir. I understand. I understand.
I have to move.
Waiting.
We can lose
Receiving.
an additional shot. I really want my tanks to be in front.
Receiving.
Alright, let's see what these maggots do. They will try to attack my tanks. There are additional bugs incoming,
Next target, sir.
but it seems this is all. So let's see.
Receiving. Receiving.
When it's experienced,
Receiving.
you do.
Yes,
The
sir.
artillery will assist. Oh crap, it killed it.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't matter. Keep firing. What the hell? You shouldn't have killed it. 2 shots only.
Yes, sir. Receiving.
Good! Level up.
Next target,
I knew
sir.
you could be.
Movement
Oh,
here.
look! The anti-tank orcs. These are the most dangerous units against my tanks for the time being. These guys have excellent damage against heavy units, 18. Poor defense overall. However, their most dangerous weapon is that they do permanent damage against tanks. I
Waiting.
need to pull back my vehicles a little bit, pull down this radar, and perhaps I can have an opponent fire against them.
I understand. Receiving. I understand.
You stay there and protect
I
the artillery.
understand. Receiving.
Move up to the
Receiving.
west.
Receiving.
You should get the hell out of there.
I understand.
Alright. My artillery should be able to
Sir.
fire on them
Yes,
when they
sir.
approach.
Receiving. Waiting.
These units are quite annoying,
Receiving. I understand.
I must say. They don't do much damage,
Receiving. I understand.
but it cannot
Yes,
be
sir.
repaired.
I understand. Receiving. I
I
understand.
usually
I
hunt them down with
understand.
helicopters, but I don't have access to them for now.
Waiting for orders.
Let me see.
I understand.
This looks good. Alright, let's see. Unfortunately, I believe the arachnids may approach first. Let me see this site. It has 6 sight.
I understand.
Not good.
Next target, sir.
Pull back. It will not be good. Crap, how should I do it? I want to provoke an opponent fire, but unfortunately...
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3... Well, we shall see. This is what I have. Ah, yes. No opponent fire. Fortunately, the armor absorbed the damage.
Waiting for orders. Movement here.
I was lucky. Also, it seems that the arachnids are not approaching. Let us quickly kill these anti-tank orcs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As you can see, they are not really strong physically. It is their weapon.
Waiting for orders. Movement here.
And there's another group.
I understand.
Right, you will be able to
I
engage.
understand. Waiting for orders.
I will send
Waiting
out
for orders.
one of my tanks
Receiving.
to these woods
Waiting.
to scare
Yes,
away
sir.
that recon. Hopefully he will not
Next
prevent
target, sir.
my forces from
Waiting.
having an opponent fire
Receiving.
against these orc units.
I understand. Receiving. Receiving. I understand. I understand.
Let's see. He will Not? Yes, my artillery caught the approaching orcs. Good, but only one. Yes, and there are more, and also some arachnids are approaching fast. Let's see. Can you engage? Of course you can. Kill the arachnids. Good. Now you kill the orcs. Right, who needs the experience?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand.
You can kill it. Pull back a little. Let us try to provoke another opponent fire. Alright.
Next target,
Seems
sir.
no more is approaching for the time being.
Receiving.
Move forward with our vehicles.
Receiving. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. Receiving. 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 I understand. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. Receiving. Sir. Receiving. Waiting for orders. I understand.
Let's end the turn and see what happens.
Next target, sir. Receiving.
I believe there are some enemies in the woods over here.
Next target, sir. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. I understand. I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. I understand. Yes, sir. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Sir. Yes, sir. I understand. I understand. I understand. Receiving. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
Alright. Move forward. We are going to make a quick save over here. We have almost covered 1/3 of the map, but this map will be like a snake and we have to follow the road. And I believe that these freaks are going to take the high ground as quickly as possible. It will be very hard to flush them
I
out.
understand. I understand.
Also, these forests are not helping much.
Receiving.
I cannot yet send
Receiving.
my infantry into them. Look, the arachnids are over there. I'm sure they will try to approach
Waiting for
and damage my
I understand.
radar, so I'm going to leave this reserve vehicle over here. Oh,
I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we are a bit far away, but I'm going to try to approach
I
with my
understand.
artillery
Yes, sir.
to provide some cover
Receiving. I understand.
for my vehicles over here, and I
I
will return
understand.
this tank to
Next
this
target, sir.
front
Receiving.
and remove some of my infantry.
I understand. I understand.
I really hope that this tank will be able to provoke
I
all
understand.
their fire,
Sir. Yes, sir.
and they will attack that instead of my convoy or my infantry. But we shall see. No opponent fire, of course, because I can already see them. But at least they will not attack me from behind. Oh yes, they started attacking my reserves. But they are lambs for slaughter. Aha! Some machine gun orcs. These are new units as well. War orcs. Or war orcs. They have, look, a carbine. They do quite good damage against light units, but poor against heavy units. They have poor sight, poor range, and poor defense. These are not strong units, not to be feared. We are going to kill them quickly.
Receiving.
This tank is seriously wounded. but we can fix it up.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good. And my helmet can be fixed as well.
Understand.
So let's use the
I
artillery
understand.
to clear out these freaks. That shouldn't cause any serious injuries.
I understand. Yes, sir.
Is anyone in need of experience?
Yes, sir.
Let's check the LMAX.
Yes, sir. Waiting for orders.
The Humvees could always use some.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand. I understand. I understand.
Also some of my infantry.
Receiving. I understand. Sir. I understand.
Okay, let's see if you can kill it. Yes, you can. Not much XP, I'm afraid.
Receiving. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Next target, sir.
This Humvee
Yes,
could use
sir.
some, and also this LMAG, but they are too far away.
I understand.
So I will just use this Abrams tank instead to finish the job, and one of my artillery
Yes, sir.
units.
Yes, sir.
Good.
I understand. I understand. Yes, sir.
Move in and assist.
I understand.
I wouldn't like to lose this tank if it's not absolutely
Waiting
necessary.
for orders.
We don't really want unnecessary casualties.
I understand.
But you did your best. You did protect these radar units, so I'm proud of you, son.
Waiting for
You will
orders.
have a medal of honor, or something like that.
Receiving.
Continue pushing
I
forward with
understand.
my armor.
I understand.
I'm
Receiving.
still worried about this northern sector, so I will
Sir.
send the Humvee there to
Receiving.
protect
I understand.
my approaching forces.
Yes, sir.
Until then, I
Waiting
will
for
block the
orders.
approach with the LMAC. Alright,
Sir.
it seems like there is no one
understand.
over there.
understand. I understand. I understand. Waiting.
Fortunately, aside from the dragons,
I understand.
the forces of darkness
I understand.
don't really
I understand.
possess any
I
capable
understand.
attack aircraft,
I understand. I understand.
and the dragons are few,
Receiving.
far
I
between, so
understand.
I'm not really worried about a successful attack from this side, but
Receiving.
they will possess
Waiting
quite
for orders.
annoying artillery vehicles. Even more annoying
I
than those
understand.
Mri units
Receiving.
in the desert.
I understand. Sir.
Unfortunately, the enemy will not need
Understand.
direct visual
orders.
sight
Yes,
of
sir.
our units. They will be able to attack
I
our
understand.
units without even
understand.
seeing them. You will see
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm talking about. It's maybe a bug
Yes,
in the
sir.
game, or I'm not sure, but
Receiving.
they will be able to attack our forces
sir.
without
Waiting.
scouting them out first,
Yes, sir.
and it will be
Receiving.
really annoying.
I understand. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
And of course,
I understand.
their vehicles are much more powerful than ours. I mean, the artillery units, of course. They will
Receiving.
be able to do tremendous damage to our units.
Next target, sir. Waiting for orders.
Okay. There will be a river crossing here, I believe.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand. I understand. Sir. Yes, sir. I understand. I understand.
I'm going to put these artillery units into their own group
Yes, sir.
so they can stick together.
I understand. Receiving. Yes, sir. Receiving.
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
All right. Let's see
Next
what the Humvees can
target,
tell us about the area
Waiting
ahead.
for orders.
Yes, there is a
Waiting
river
for
crossing,
orders.
quite narrow.
Waiting for
It will be
orders.
hard to maneuver all my units
Receiving.
through.
I understand. Yes. Receiving. Yes, sir. Receiving. I understand. Yes, sir. Receiving. I understand. Yes, sir. Waiting. I understand. I understand. Receiving. I understand. I understand.
Unfortunately, these reserve tanks don't have any engine upgrades, so they are a bit slower than our main force. But it will catch up in at this river crossing.
Next target, sir.
I just hope that the enemy does not have any nasty surprises for us,
Waiting for
but
orders.
I believe they do.
Receiving.
So I will
Receiving.
set up my
Receiving.
radar units on this side of the river, and will try to scout out any
Sir.
hiding
Understand.
units.
Receiving. Yes, sir. Waiting. Yes, sir. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Yes, sir.
Receiving.
I understand. I understand. Receiving.
No enemies so
Waiting
far.
for orders.
Will sneak through with one of my Humvees.
Receiving.
A few tanks.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
I will try to send my tanks through. I will leave these here.
I understand. Receiving.
Cover
Receiving. Receiving.
the artillery,
Waiting for orders.
the other
Receiving.
vehicles,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
especially the convoy,
I understand. I understand. Yes, sir.
and the radar vehicles, because they are
Receiving.
freaking expensive.
Receiving. Receiving.
This opportunity will be good for
Receiving.
this tank to catch up with my main force.
Waiting for orders. I understand. Yes, sir.
I'm quite positive that there will be some enemies hiding in these forests, so
I
I
understand.
will move up with
Waiting
my
for orders. Receiving.
radar as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, the artillery is blocking the way currently.
understand.
I can move up, so go.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Also try to sneak up with my
I understand.
convoy vehicles.
Receiving.
They should be through as soon as possible. The tank and the
I
infantry
understand.
will be the best
Receiving.
to cross the river.
Receiving.
Yes, sir.
Receiving.
I understand. Receiving.
Alright. So far so good. Let's set up the radar and see what is hiding in the bushes. Nothing so far. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
My enemy will continue. My
Receiving.
tanks will stop here on the way to everyone else.
Receiving. I understand. I understand. I understand.
Sir. Next target, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I understand. I understand. Receiving. I understand.
These river
I
crossings
understand.
are hard to navigate
Yes,
because
sir.
the AI,
I
if I want to
understand.
have a group move,
understand.
the AI will move the last unit in the line first. It will use up all its action points
Receiving.
without crossing the bridge or this
Receiving.
muddy bridge, whatever it is.
Understand. Receiving.
Alright. The enemy is not really on the move as far as I can tell, because they end their turn quite swiftly, so
Receiving. Understand.
I believe they will be well fortified once I encounter them.
I understand.
I will have to use my artillery to break those fortification points down.
Receiving. I understand. I understand.
I can use my infantry's auto move option right now.
I
The group
understand.
move. It's not automatic, of course, because I have to click, but
Receiving.
quicker this way.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand.
Look, this tank has finally arrived. Alright, halfway through the map. Let's see what awaits us
Yes, sir.
here.
I understand.
I understand. Waiting for orders.
We are at the edge of the map.
Next target, sir. Receiving. Receiving.
I'm quite positive that there will be some arachnids and also some orc units hiding in these trees, in these forests.
Yes, sir. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. 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 Receiving.
Alright, let's see. The next turn I'm going to set up this radar. Ah, there he is! The anti-tank orcs. Fortunately, my artillery can catch them before they can do any harm. Another group. This is really annoying. Especially if I will not have an opponent fire in the next turn. This was close. Set up my radar and see if there's any more. No, we are quite fortunate. This was a good try from the forces of darkness.
Waiting for
I almost fell for their
Waiting
trap.
orders.
Almost. But of course, I am an expert, so
Receiving. I understand. Receiving. I understand.
my powerful forces repel this attack easily.
Sir. I understand. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Yes, sir. Receiving.
A very long and very annoying map this is.
I understand. Waiting.
Yes, sir. I understand.
I believe there will be some more enemy units
Yes, sir.
hiding down here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Receiving. I
These two
understand.
reserve units are going to protect. Oh look,
I
look
understand.
who's here. Give him some pepper. He will think twice before engaging us again. But I'm sure he will tell his
Waiting
friends
for orders.
about my approaching forces.
Sir.
Let's set up the radar unit. Let's see what is here. Nothing, of course.
I understand. I understand. Receiving. I understand. I understand.
Oh, misclick, of course.
I understand. Waiting.
I understand. Yes, sir. I understand.
At least one or two
understand.
shots with the artillery.
I understand.
Then enemy approaches from the bottom line.
Waiting for orders. I understand. Receiving. I understand.
I could move through the forests with my infantry, but they will be unprepared if there are any enemies
I understand.
down here.
Waiting for orders. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. Sir. I understand. I understand. Waiting for orders. Waiting.
It is good to be able to rely on these Abrams tanks, even in this act.
Receiving.
They are truly not obsolete yet.
Yes, sir. understand.
much more reliable than the TAM was in the previous act. I mean, not in 4 but in Act 3. And when I entered Act 4, those TAM tanks were quite obsolete. But fortunately, these M1 tanks, an infantry blocking the way of the radar vehicle.
Receiving.
So these Abrams tanks can stand their ground in this act as well.
Next target, sir.
They don't really need replacement. I believe there will be some enemies in these forests as well. So I will approach carefully.
Receiving. Understand. Understand. Receiving. Receiving. Next target, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Waiting. Receiving. Receiving. Yes.
I understand. I understand. I understand. Yes, sir.
I understand. I understand. Receiving. 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 I understand. Receiving.
Move it.
Receiving.
Alright.
Waiting for orders. I understand. Receiving.
This river crossing.
Receiving. Receiving.
As you can see, we have to go around, I believe. Oh no, over here. And then there will be another river crossing over here. But it will be quite a tight spot.
I understand.
With a lot of enemies, unfortunately. I'm quite positive they will not give up these bridgeheads
I
easily.
understand. I understand. Yes, sir. I understand.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
Alright, I'm going to set up this radar vehicle over here.
Receiving.
It should be able to tell
Receiving.
if there are any enemies in these forests. I'm quite sure there are. I'm going to make a quick save because we have moved a lot. And I don't really want to lose all progress. No enemies yet. Unfortunately, I cannot cross these forests with my convoy trucks. Would have been good, but I cannot.
Receiving. Waiting for orders.
Aha!
Here.
The anti-tank orcs. Look at the fortification points they are having.
I understand. I understand. Receiving. Receiving.
Move to the front with my
Waiting for
tanks.
orders.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take up covering
Yes,
positions
sir. Yes, sir.
with the
Yes, sir.
artillery should they start to engage.
Yes,
I
sir.
will also move this radar vehicle closer to this forest.
Yes, sir.
We will try to provide some vision.
I understand. Sir.
It will
Receiving.
be a tough map to crack.
I understand. Receiving. I understand. I understand. Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
I will leave some infantry here to protect this radar vehicle should the enemy approach from the forest. Not yet, it seems.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, here they come.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you engage? Not yet, but you can move one
Waiting
square
for
ahead.
orders.
Then you will be
Yes,
able
sir.
to.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, don't worry.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Receiving.
I understand.
Fire! Good shot.
I understand. I understand. Yes, sir.
Alright. Should they appear over there, they are going to receive an artillery shower.
I understand.
At least I hope so. Let's
Yes,
move
sir.
up with the rest of
Receiving. Receiving.
team. pull down this radar, move it closer to the forest edge.
Waiting for orders. Receiving. I
But I will
understand.
send my
Yes,
infantry
sir.
I understand.
cover him, of course.
I understand. I understand. Receiving.
Also, these reserves will be the back guardians. Let's see if they approach. Shit! That recon is getting really annoying. And unfortunately, these arachnids are provoking an opponent fire from my artillery. So these anti-tank orcs will only have one fire at them. I really hope there are no more. Ooh, that was close. It seems there are no more. Let us set up this machine and see if there are any more arachnids approaching. No, there are not. This is most fortunate.
Next target,
I can
sir.
send my Humvee through the river and see if there are more anti-tank orcs here. So far, I don't see any. No, there are none. So I will send a few tanks.
I understand. I understand. I
Check it out,
understand.
just in case.
Receiving.
I can move my artillery much
I
closer
understand. I
to be
understand.
able to provide better covering fire.
I understand. I understand. Receiving. Yes, sir. I understand. I understand. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
I understand.
I
Right.
understand.
Let's end the turn. That scout must be killed.
Waiting for orders.
We no
Movement
longer
here.
tolerate its presence.
Receiving.
Over here. Move in and finish him off. Good. He will no longer bother us.
Next target, sir.
Bother us, excuse me.
Receiving. I understand. I understand.
I
Let's move
understand.
through with the artillery.
Yes, sir.
They will be able to support
sir.
us
I
with
understand.
their powerful cannons.
Sir. Waiting. Receiving.
I also
I understand.
want to prepare the convoy. Most importantly, this radar vehicle should be able to cross
I
there
understand.
as well.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Receiving.
I understand.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand.
The other one will take
I
its place.
understand. Next target, sir. Receiving. Next target, sir. Receiving. I understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand.
Receiving. Receiving. Next target, sir.
No more enemies here, it seems.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand. I understand. I understand.
Yes, sir.
But of course,
I understand.
there's always a risk
I understand.
of an enemy
Receiving.
popping out from these forests, or even perhaps these.
Receiving. Waiting. Yes, sir.
Try to move
I
as
understand.
much of my forces
Receiving.
through
Yes, sir.
all the river crossing as
understand.
possible, including the
Receiving.
convoy.
I understand. Receiving. Receiving. Yes, sir.
One by one, of course,
I understand.
because of the silly AI.
I understand.
Yes, sir.
I understand.
Yes, sir.
I understand. Receiving. 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 Waiting for orders. Receiving. Receiving.
This is really slow.
I
Unfortunately.
understand.
Show us the area. No enemy in sight.
Next
For
target,
now.
sir. I understand.
Let's move the
I
tanks ahead.
understand. Receiving. Receiving.
I understand.
Also, I should move some of the artillery. They will not be able to.
I understand.
At least I can
Yes, sir.
start with them.
I understand.
Waiting. Sir. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Receiving. I understand. I understand. I understand. Receiving.
Yes, sir.
I understand. Receiving. Receiving.
Double river
I
crossing.
understand.
What an annoyance.
Understand. Understand. Next target, sir.
Alright. The forces of darkness
Waiting for orders.
are not moving.
Receiving. Understand. Understand. Understand.
I understand. Yes, sir.
Keep
I
one shot.
understand.
Waiting.
Covering fire.
Sir.
I understand.
Yes, sir. Receiving. Yes, sir.
You are going to stay here. I will move through with my
Yes, sir.
infantry.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
And the convoy
Receiving.
tanks.
I understand.
Of course. Also, I
Receiving.
want to
Waiting
move
for
the
order. I
raider unit
understand.
to the
Receiving.
front line
I
to
understand.
be able to assist my forces, of course.
Waiting for orders.
It might be insufficient. And there's another forest here with enemies lurking within.
Receiving.
At least I'm
Understand.
quite positive that there
Receiving.
will be some enemy forces
Yes, sir.
in these
I
forests.
understand. Yes,
His
sir.
artillery had to step on it,
Understand.
Yes, sir.
catch up
Waiting.
my main
Yes, sir.
force. In the front,
I understand.
he will stay behind, get
I
out of the
understand.
way.
Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
Even the convoy
Receiving.
trucks will be able to move through.
Receiving. I understand. Receiving. Receiving. Yes, sir. I understand. I understand. Receiving. Next target, sir.
Alright, nobody is left behind. Let's move you forward.
I understand.
Leo will provide
I
cover.
understand. Yes,
And
sir.
everything come out
I
of the forest.
understand. I understand. Yes, sir. I understand. I understand. I understand. Waiting for orders. Receiving. I understand. I
Alright,
understand. Receiving.
everyone is ready.
Waiting for orders.
I believe there will be some enemy units over here and also over here, and most of their units are able to cross the forest.
Receiving.
Oh yes, look at the dark elves over there. They are fully fortified. I'm not even sure my artillery will be able to break any of the fortification of those units. That many dark
Waiting
elves
for orders.
could cause serious problems.
Waiting.
So we have to move
Yes,
our
sir.
tanks, heavy vehicles over here
Receiving. Yes,
to
sir.
intercept them.
Yes, sir.
And my paranormal infantry could be of use because they are able to shoot through the
Receiving.
trees as
I
well.
understand. Yes, sir. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. Waiting for orders.
I just hope they will not attack just yet, because I want to pull down this unit and try to provoke them to come out. Get the hell out of there.
Yes, sir.
I will use
I
the
understand.
paranormal infantry perhaps, or the artillery. The artillery. To lure them out. Decimate them with opponent fire, of course. Let's see if they take the bait. Yes, they did. Two of my units used up their opponent fires. Now 3. We have 1 left, but we managed to kill at least 3 of them. Now it's 4 or 5. Only one of them could attack. Let's check again if there are more incoming. No,
Understand.
We'll use the most
Understand.
experience.
Understand.
These dark elves are quite easy to kill.
Understand. Waiting.
Yes, sir.
The paranormal infantry. Yes, of course. What a good idea. They cannot attack just yet.
Yes, sir.
Now you can. Oh, you didn't manage to.
Next target,
So let's
sir.
give it to the Humvee. Crap!
Receiving. Receiving.
We cannot kill this one.
Receiving.
Alright, let's use the
Understand.
tanks.
Understand. Yes. Understand. Receiving.
We need the
Receiving.
other radar unit. The front line. Right now. We'll move the tanks to
Understand.
intercept position.
Receiving. Receiving. Yes. Waiting.
Set up
Next target,
the
sir.
radar unit as
Understand.
close as possible.
Understand. Sir. Yes, sir.
The Leo will stay here.
Yes, sir.
The artillery will
Yes,
move
sir.
up.
I understand. Yes, sir.
Understand. Receiving.
Yes, sir.
Receiving. I understand. Waiting for orders. Receiving. I understand. Receiving. 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 Receiving.
I believe there will be some enemies over here, so I will approach
Receiving.
carefully. And this position is quite good for this radar because it seems it can intercept the enemy from here as well. Yes, it can.
Yes,
So
sir.
should the enemy have any reinforcements, I will know about it.
I understand. I understand. Waiting for orders, sir.
I understand. I understand. Yes, sir. I understand.
Receiving. I understand.
My infantry should be able to cover the approach from the woods.
Receiving. Sir. Receiving. Receiving. I understand. Waiting for orders. I understand. I understand. Receiving.
Alright, let's move forward. No more enemies approaching. What a joy.
I understand. Receiving. Yes. Receiving. Sir. Receiving. Next target, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let us make way.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Receiving. 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 I understand. Receiving.
Yes, sir.
Next target, sir. Sir. I understand. Receiving. Receiving.
A little.
Receiving.
No enemies over here. These are good news.
I understand. I understand. Yes.
I had a Humvee up front. Oh, here it
Waiting
is.
for orders.
Good. Very good news indeed.
I understand. I
We
understand.
can move up with the tanks.
Receiving. Yes. I understand.
I understand. I understand.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I understand. Receiving. Receiving. I understand. Waiting. Receiving. I understand. Yes, sir. Receiving. I understand.
I'm going to leave this radar unit here
Yes, sir.
in case the enemy has reinforcements from here.
Yes, sir. Receiving.
Not entirely sure if they will have.
I understand.
I will move my
Receiving.
infantry
Receiving.
to block the
Receiving.
approach.
Next
The
target,
Humvee is
sir.
quite useless back here, so we should move up front.
Waiting.
Alright, this radar will not be necessary over here.
Receiving.
Should move to
I
the
understand. Receiving. Receiving.
Yes, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand.
Waiting for orders. Yes. Yes, sir. Waiting. Receiving. I understand. Next target, sir. Sir. I understand. I understand.
I understand.
I understand. Yes, sir. I understand. I understand.
Can hardly see
I
the
understand.
squares in the forest.
Receiving. I
There
understand.
will be a lot of misclicks on my part, unfortunately. Alright, there was another
Receiving.
quick save. It was time for another quick save. There
Receiving.
was a lot of
I
movement from
understand.
my forces,
Next
so it
target, sir.
was only right to do so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's another tank over here. Yes,
Yes, sir.
that's it.
I understand. I understand.
I understand. Waiting. I understand. Waiting for orders. I understand. I understand. Sir. Sir. Receiving.
The vehicle is almost there. I believe I can rocket this one as well, because the Humvee provides the
Receiving.
necessary vision. Oh, you will stay here. Yes.
Waiting for orders. Receiving. Receiving. I understand.
Move up with the tanks.
Receiving.
Position the radar vehicle
I
over there.
understand. Yes, sir.
First, we must let it move forward.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I understand. Sir. I understand.
I understand.
Waiting. Sir. Receiving. Yes, sir. Receiving. I understand. Next target, sir. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. Receiving. Receiving.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I need the radar vehicle in here
I understand.
as quickly as possible.
I understand. Receiving.
Because we
Receiving.
are walking in the dark. There could be an army hiding here without me
I
noticing.
understand.
I understand. I understand.
I understand.
If I remember right, there will be a quite bloody battle somewhere over here.
Waiting.
I
Receiving. Waiting for orders.
remember navigating through these woods.
I understand. Yeah. Waiting. Sir. Sir. Receiving.
Also, I believe there will be an attack from behind,
I understand.
which is not nice at all.
Next target, sir. I understand.
But we'll see in a moment.
Receiving.
No enemies yet. Here is a river crossing.
Next target, sir. Movement
Aha!
here.
Look, a balloon! It will scout my forces
I understand.
and advise the enemy of my position.
I understand. Receiving. I understand.
We must
Yes,
move
sir.
forward
I
and take up
understand. Receiving.
Yes, sir.
the best
I
possible
understand.
I understand.
positions with the artillery,
I understand.
so we'll
Yes,
be
sir.
able to cover my advancing forces. The Leo
I
will stay
understand.
back and provide
Receiving.
support
I understand.
should we
Yes,
become
sir.
attacked from behind.
Yes, sir. Receiving. Sir. I understand. Receiving.
The second radar vehicle
Receiving.
will
I
move up
understand.
front and
Next
provide
target,
vision
sir.
of the area ahead. Ah yes, the enemy is on the move. There will be a group here, at least I believe so.
Waiting for
My
orders.
Humvee will
Movement
find
here.
them.
Movement here.
More balloons.
Movement here. Movement
And the
here.
golem unit. And I will not be able to intercept them with artillery fire because of these air units scouting my forces. So let's start our
Yes, sir.
work on them.
Receiving.
This is the radar unit. Right.
Understand.
There's the balloon.
Yes, sir.
These Elmachs are
Yes, sir.
really good against the air targets.
Receiving. Yes, sir.
And the Elmach 2 will be even better.
Yes, sir.
Good shot. I don't really want to move ahead just yet because there might be
Next target, sir.
some units here. The zombie must be put in the back line
Receiving.
in case enemies arrive. Right, good shot on the golem.
Receiving.
I will pull back with these tanks, of course.
Receiving.
These were just test
Understand.
firing.
Understand. Yes. Receiving. Receiving.
Alright. These balloons shouldn't do any serious damage against my
I
tanks,
understand.
but they might be able to damage my artillery.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Receiving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Waiting for
There's
orders.
another Humvee in the front line.
Receiving. Understand. I understand. I understand.
Alright, let's see what happens. That golem shouldn't do any serious damage. Also, one of my artilleries managed to catch him. Only one shot hit it, of course, but it was good. Look, it managed to damage one of my tanks. Nothing serious, of course, but
Next target, sir.
still annoying.
Yeah.
An excellent shot.
I understand. Yes, sir. Sir.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Position will be ideal for my radar. The trees are covering him, but he can have good vision.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot that you can't attack here. Oh shit, that was a
I understand.
serious misclick.
Yes, sir.
I managed to kill him.
Receiving.
Heal up my friend.
Receiving. Receiving. Next target, sir. Next target, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll move up with my forces
Receiving.
and provide some cover for this
I
tank.
understand.
It
I
has
understand.
overextended
Yes, sir.
himself a little bit
Yes,
because
sir.
of my mistake.
Receiving. I understand. Receiving.
Also, I will move up with the convoy
I understand.
as well.
I understand.
Sneak up
Receiving.
with the
I
infantry.
understand.
This radar will be pulled back.
I understand.
The enemy wants to
Receiving.
approach
I understand. Receiving. I understand.
from behind. We have to
Receiving.
face my infantry and also some of my tanks. Look, it's the arachnids.
Waiting for orders. Movement here.
Some orcs are approaching from the west. We are going to pull back a little bit.
Waiting for orders. Receiving.
Should be enough to deny them the chance to damage some of my
I
tanks.
understand.
Shot.
I understand. Receiving. I understand. I
Yes, sir.
I understand.
Alright, this should be
Waiting.
good.
Receiving. Waiting.
Pull the laser unit back as well. It shouldn't be able to attack me. And the artillery should be able to stop them with opponent fire. Oh yes. Good. They are quite good at baiting my artillery into
Here.
firing on the anti-tank orcs. Oh, I mean the war orcs. And sneak up with the anti-tank
Yes,
orcs.
sir.
Waiting for orders, sir.
I understand.
Can you perhaps engage?
understand.
No, you can't. But you will be able to
Yes, sir.
once he approaches. At least if there are no
I understand.
recon units around. Let's see. Oh yes. What bothers me that only 2 artillery units are firing on his position. Alright,
I understand.
another
Yes, sir.
arachnid unit approaching from the south. Good.
Yes, sir.
I understand.
Move forward
I
a little bit.
understand.
There's the hammer.
Sir.
There he
Next
is.
target, sir. Movement
More
here.
arachnids from the west.
I understand. Receiving.
I understand.
Next target, sir. Sir.
This will be another tough river crossing.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand. I understand. I
We should be
understand.
able
I
to assist from the
understand.
woods, of course.
I
But
understand.
stay and the convoy will
Receiving.
come a little
Receiving.
bit closer.
Yes, sir. Waiting for orders.
Yes, sir.
Waiting. I understand.
Alright. Even my machine gunner units can fire on these little pesky arachnids. But usually there are more than 1 arachnid units.
I understand. Waiting for orders. Yes, sir. Waiting for orders. I understand. I understand. Contact.
There he is. Let's see if there are more. I don't see any more so far. Alright, let's see if we can to finish him off. Or we could use some
sir.
more experience with the artillery,
Yes,
because
sir.
I'm going to upgrade them soon and they will lose a level because of the upgrades.
I understand.
Alright, let's
Receiving.
start the river crossing.
Receiving. Sir.
Also approach
I
with my
understand.
artillery.
I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. Yes,
Just
sir.
have 2 more shots ready if
I
possible.
understand.
I understand.
I understand.
Ah,
Waiting. Sir. Yes, sir. Waiting for orders. I understand.
right, you can pull your antenna back. Start
I
approaching
understand.
the river crossing.
Receiving. I understand. I
in
understand.
this forest.
I understand. Receiving. I understand.
Such an annoyance. Alright. Let's see. No more enemies approaching.
Next target, sir. Movement here.
Oh, yes, they are.
I understand. Receiving.
I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I understand.
Yes, sir.
Receiving. Waiting. I understand. I understand. I understand. Receiving.
We have to expand our perimeter
I
here.
understand. Receiving. Receiving. Sir. Yes, sir. Waiting for orders. I understand. Receiving.
I'm not sure if
Yes,
I
sir.
Yes, perhaps I will be able to have opponent fire should these orc units continue to approach.
Next target, sir.
Now it seems they are pulling back,
Receiving.
or perhaps they will try to attack from the forest.
Understand.
I understand.
Either way, I'm going to need
I
to
understand.
move up with the radar unit and the artillery as well.
I understand. I understand.
Sir.
I just hope there won't be any tanks
Receiving.
on the
Understand.
enemy side, as I have only 2 Abrams tanks.
Receiving. Understand. Understand. Receiving. 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 Next target, sir. Receiving. Yes, sir. Receiving. Sir. Understand.
Alright, let's see. There he is. I knew he couldn't resist. Look, just at the moment I retracted the radar dish, they are starting to approach from the southwest.
Yes, sir.
An annoyance.
Receiving. Yes, sir.
Back and finish them up. It's as if they knew that I no longer have artillery cover
Understand.
over here. The anti-tank orcs are over there.
Yes, sir.
Kill them quickly.
Receiving.
I understand.
Understand.
Yes, sir. I understand. Yes, sir.
Approach with my artillery quickly.
Sir. Receiving.
Perhaps I can move through with some of the infantry as well.
Receiving. Understand. Understand.
You can come to assist as well,
Receiving. Receiving.
but I will leave some of my tanks
Sir.
back here.
Understand.
Alright, let's see what happens. More orc units and an additional dark elf.
Sir.
Alright, pull back your antenna.
Waiting for orders.
Back.
Receiving.
And we will stay here and provide vision.
Receiving.
Should it be necessary.
I understand.
In the meantime, my artillery should be able to help out here. Alright,
Waiting.
it's a little crowded
Yes, sir.
here.
Next target, sir.
I really
Understand.
like to move my
Next
Humvee
target, sir.
a little bit ahead.
I understand. Yes, sir. I understand.
Understand. Yes, sir. Understand.
should be good.
Receiving. 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 Yes, sir. Understand. Receiving.
Alright.
Receiving. Understand. Understand. Receiving.
Closer
Next target, sir.
and see what the enemy does. Nothing.
Waiting
Good
for
enough for
orders.
me.
Movement
More
here.
dark elf units.
Understand. Understand.
Yes, sir. I understand. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I understand. Receiving. Receiving.
This
Yes,
map is
sir.
such an annoyance.
Receiving. Receiving.
But if you want to play this
Receiving.
game, observe
Understand.
where I encounter the enemy, so you can prepare yourself.
Next target, sir. Receiving. Waiting for orders. Receiving.
Once you get to
Waiting
this
for
part.
orders.
I understand.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, we should form up with the armor.
Understand.
At least, I'm not
I
sure
understand. I understand. I
how
understand.
many of that, I mean these river crossings, how many did I encounter so far, but this, I'm not sure, 5th, 7th,
Receiving.
perhaps, the 8th,
Receiving.
sure. But a lot.
I
Understand.
understand.
Receiving. Receiving. Understand.
Could be
Receiving.
convoy trucks
Receiving. Understand.
to the front.
Understand. Receiving. Yes,
Right,
sir.
let's move through with the infantry and also with the
Understand.
rest of my tanks, the
Waiting for
Humvee,
orders.
and also the
Yes,
element.
sir.
Oh no, the
I
element should be
understand. I
the guard,
understand. Yes,
the
sir.
backline. All right. The other Humvee will scout the area over here. Look, more Dark Elves. Dark Elves, unfortunately, are obsolete units. Only the Forces of
understand.
Darkness.
Yes, sir.
Waiting for orders.
The area looks
I
clear so far.
understand. I understand.
So I will move through with some tanks.
I understand.
Also,
I understand.
a little
Yes,
closer
sir.
with some of my artillery units.
I understand. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Receiving. Receiving.
Alright, at least
Receiving.
I don't have to hunt down every last one of the
I
enemy
understand.
units.
Receiving. I understand. Waiting for orders. I understand.
Oh, I forgot. The Humvee.
I understand.
Well, no matter.
Receiving. I understand. Sir. Receiving. I understand. I understand. Waiting.
Okay. There are some more Dark Elves coming. I will make another save game.
Waiting for orders. Movement
Move up
here.
with this Humvee.
Receiving. Yes, sir. Receiving.
Yes, sir. I understand.
My tanks should be able to cover the front with some artillery support.
Receiving.
The convoy trucks are blocking the way.
I understand.
They should be moved
I
through as well.
understand. I understand. I understand.
Yes, sir.
I understand. Receiving.
Right. Bring up the
Next
radar
target,
unit
sir.
and the infantry as well.
I understand. Receiving.
The other radar units could be useful
Yes, sir.
as
I
well, so I
understand.
will prioritize it over the
Receiving.
infantry when
Receiving.
crossing the river.
Receiving.
Oh, what an annoying mission.
Next
this
target,
is.
sir.
But we are almost there. Though I still believe there will be some
Yes, sir. I understand. Receiving. Receiving. Sir.
perhaps even some
Receiving.
trying to ambush me from
Receiving.
behind.
I understand. I understand.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
understand. Yes, sir.
Receiving. 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 I understand. Next target, sir.
We'll position this over
I understand.
there.
Receiving. Receiving. I understand. I understand. I understand. Yes, sir. I understand. Yeah. Receiving. I understand. Yeah. Waiting.
Alright.
Waiting for orders. Receiving. Receiving.
I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand.
I understand. Sir.
I don't think that they will give up this position so easily. I'm quite positive there will be
Waiting
some
for
enemy
orders.
forces.
Receiving. I understand. Yes, sir. Receiving. Receiving.
This is why I'm moving
Receiving.
so slow.
Receiving. I understand. I understand. Receiving. Receiving.
Yes,
So
sir.
this mission is a joke.
Receiving.
I mean, only 2 convoy trucks,
I understand.
this many tanks and infantry to protect them.
Yes, sir.
Even if they carry fuel, these tanks on this mission should be using up more fuel than these 2 trucks can carry.
Waiting for Understand. Receiving.
Sneak up.
Yes, sir. Receiving.
Okay, lucky enough
Next target, sir.
that I will be able to reach the destination with the convoy trucks before the enemy noticing that I'm close by, as I have destroyed most of the enemy's recon
Yes,
units.
sir. Yes, sir.
Receiving. I understand. Sir. Waiting.
I don't even have to move the rest of my units forward.
Waiting for orders.
I'm unsure if they are
Understand. Yes, sir.
hiding in these,
Understand. Yes, sir.
behind these walls
Receiving.
over here, so I'm going to bring my radar unit
Understand. Understand. Understand.
and check it
Yes,
out.
sir. Yes, sir. I understand. I understand.
Understand. Understand. I understand. Receiving.
Ah, crap.
Sir.
Let's get to the
Waiting.
convoy truck. One more turn to get here. Well, I don't see any
Waiting
enemies
for
over here.
orders. Understand.
Let us
Understand.
pull in with the tanks.
Receiving.
Leave a few out here.
Understand.
Cover my
Understand.
forces.
Receiving.
Move in with the convoy trucks.
I understand. I understand. I understand.
I'm going to make a save just in case any nasty surprises happening. Oh, nothing. We won, and at the same time we have learned who was destroying our convoys. It was the arachnoids. Yes. Well, we will have a few missions in the future that were about exterminating the arachnoids. I believe they are also having a queen. But all this might happen in future videos, so please keep watching them if you enjoy them. Now I'm going to leave, and we'll see you in the next one. Take good care.